What's up, everybody? We got the 49er, and we're going to bring some toxic, man. We got my boy George, man. We're about that red and gold, man. What's up with it,
Mm,
brother?
Not much, glad to be back, getting into it, happy.
Yeah, it's been a long minute, bro. It's been kind of like quite a while. I know our schedules are kind of been like hard, man, but it's good that we're catching on to speed, man. I know last off season we didn't do a damn thing, bro, but
Oh,
this year, it's a lot.
no, yeah, most definitely. And a lot of us, we're losing hope. I'm not going to sit here and just lie about it, after the season we had. But I think this season, I think John Lynch and co are showing that they want to make a push. I feel like we still have a hole at edge rusher, maybe at safety, but who knows? Like we're not in the front office or in the building to know what is going on. We can hope and dream all we want, but the moves that they made, I mean, they made this team better for the good for sure.
Absolutely, man. I mean, for sure, I think they realize that the window is kind of like at a point because look at our division, bro. Two of the teams are just better than us, and I think they realize they can't be third place.
Yeah.
I mean, Seattle, on the other hand, they may have been the Super Bowl champions, but they've lost some pieces. You know how they are. You know the pressure. The pressure gets tough when you're defending Super Bowl champions. Then you look at the Rams. Like if they would have just had better secondary, maybe they could have been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, most definitely. And especially that they're getting a chance to go again to a home Super Bowl, Obviously, yeah. I mean, like Mike Evans said, we're like a piece away, and like you're saying that the window's closing. It seems not fast, but it's coming fast because you got George Kittle, he's 33, coming off Achilles. You got Fred Warner, 30, about to be 30. You got Nick Bosa hitting that age, Well, us, we gotta look to get younger too, but we're still gonna be relevant as long as we have like our coaching staff. That's what I believe in. This offseason has showed us a tremendous amount of effort that we put in. Like we signed Nate Hobbs, we signed like a lot of pieces. Now we gotta see how they come in and fit the culture.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I think what we just signed were kind of under the radar guys, but let's give a shout out to one of the guys in the comment section, man, Dixon Mayes. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but he said, "I wish we would have gotten Waddle instead of Evans and Kirk." Well, I disagree. Okay, like, I would have mind Waddle over Kirk actually, but come on, Mike Evans, he would be the one that people respect the most. But Jalen Waddle's got that speed, no doubt. I think he would have cost more money, and you probably would have gave up a lot of draft capital for Waddle. Actually,
Especially, yeah. What I saw in the details is what Miami received the fourth, I want to say, and then the Broncos had to give up obviously the 30th pick, which is like a early second round pick.
and then a third round pick out of one of
Yeah,
them, and then the other fourth, they swapped their fourth
yeah.
round
So I'm just like, I don't know that I don't think we're in a position
to do that. No.
to even do that because we gave up our third round pick, but for a kick ass, deep tackle and Osa, which I love. I love that pickup. I feel like we need a draft either a young guy or sign a veteran, uh,
Abs.
to have 2 and 2 for rotation on all that. But other than that, what following on Dixon, what he's saying is, I love the Mike Evans signing. It's 4 million cap hit. I get he's 33, but it's like we need somebody like another weapon, and he's that weapon that's gonna take the eyes off of like the others, because of his frame and the jump balls ability that he has, and he's coming from Baker Mayfield to Brock Purdy. I mean, I think that's a little bit of an upgrade, to be honest. Yeah, they talk about his arm strength, but as us as fans who really sit down and watch the games, it's like we know Brock could do it.
We know how consistent he can be. We know he doesn't have the strong arm. We're aware of that. But like you just said, he goes from a quarterback that he's actually got more confidence in. Actually, because I mean, when he went to the conference, the attitude just told me that he feels confident that he's the piece. Talking about how he feels about Brock Purdy being an MVP type quarterback or taking where he needs to be to win a Super Bowl. That to me is an attitude of a winner. I mean, What he did in Tampa Bay is remarkable. I think he goes down as one of the greatest Tampa Bay Buccaneers of all time. And I
Yeah.
know for the NFC South, they are glad. Let's give a shout out to my guy Jerry, the Saints fan. I'm sure deep in his heart, he is just celebrating, popping champagne because he's a Saints fan. He got tired of that Mike Evans fiasco, man. That dude gave him problems for decades, man. Yeah, the same for I don't know about trading Pearsall and all that, bro. Like Martin's, I think like there's some guys that we need to like give chances, but they haven't proven their worth.
And then with
So
Nick Martin, people don't understand that he was coming off a season where at Oklahoma State, or that's where he came out
yeah,
of, right?
Oklahoma State,
Yeah, he's coming out of Oklahoma State. He played half the season, so he didn't even get a full season under his belt. Even last year with the concussion, and it's just like, it's like stash him. He's gonna be good, And Ricky, I mean, we seen what he could do, but it's just like, what could we do? Like as people or as a person who's played football and had a PCO injury, you don't just come back and feel normal, right
no, you
away.
don't.
You're obviously gonna have those bumps and bruises, but I feel like Pearsall should have sat out at least a week or two more. He would have been decent, but now that he got to recover and stuff like that, the extra weeks of not making it that far or further than we thought, I think that he's gonna be all right. I mean, he creates separation, and the people we signed, I mean, they create separation too. We basically replaced Kendrick Bourne and Joanne Jennings with Mike Evans and Christian Kirk.
Yeah, I mean Christian Kirk, he may not be the same guy, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he does excel in the system and plays up to like maybe 75% of what he once was because he was always injured. But
Yeah.
yeah, even Jerry even said it best, man. He glad about the Mike Evans guy gone, man, because man, I mean, if you a Saints fan dealing with Mike Evans for those decades, man, it had to be a lot of pain and dealing with them Tampa Bay Bucks talking smack on him for decades, man, because that guy was a problem. But you know what's going to be a problem is we still got to get the pieces to compete with this tough division, man. Because you look at Stafford, he's got at least another year or two. I'm guessing I'd be surprised if he plays 2 more years. But then you look at what they did in free agency. I mean, yes, getting the Kansas City cornerbacks, I'm just kind of like, maybe they're a little better than what they had last year. But then I saw some of the tapes of what they did the previous year, the KC corners, bro. They were toast, bro. You can see
No,
why
I get it.
KC moved on.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. They made upgrades and stuff like that, but in reality, I see the comments and stuff like that. They're like, oh, like these guys clamped up the receivers or whatnot. But McDuffie has his inconsistencies. I mean, he deserves the money. Don't get me wrong, but to play a corner twice a year, maybe 3 times a year,
It's gonna be tough.
Shanahan's gonna figure out what's your insecurities, and he's gonna pick at you for sure.
Oh yeah. But the thing that stands out is at least they went into that position and upgraded, which I'll give them credit for that. Seattle, I guess you can't expect nothing less because I think when you realize the running back, bro, Kenneth Walker, I think they can just replace him. They can go into the draft and go find that running back to take over. I mean, they got other guys to fill that spot. Hey, but
Yeah, I
there's this,
think
yeah, and there's this guy that has freaking David Lombardi's freaking face. That's David Lombardi. Oh, Braun Mueller.
no, yeah, I mean, and I agree what he says, like let the best team win, but I just think Seattle's relying on those young guys this year because you you recreate this defense, call yourself what they call themselves, like something the black
The
hole.
dark
I don't
side.
the dark side. Like Leonard Williams is getting older. You lost Kobe Bryant. You lost all these guys. Yeah, you still got Devon Witherspoon, but it's just like, where's the help? You know?
He's gonna be wanting the money too, so that's the crazy part. Like they're gonna have to pay Jackson Smith and Jigba the big dollars. I mean, like you look at what they got, they did build a foundation for their offensive line, so that's not gonna be an
Yeah.
issue for Sam Darnold. I think the concerning part is their defense. I think it's gonna take a little bit of a step down.
Yeah, regardless of Mike McDonald, calling the plays, it is. I feel the same way, for sure. Like for other hands, for us as Niner fans, I think that we should be excited, but also like, are we gonna get a co-mate for Nick Bosa? Coming off his third ACL injury,
Yeah,
and it's just like Michael, he's gonna come back, help the run defense and all that. We got Osa, but I feel like if we get some help on the other side, we can get more sacks because I thought it was a little sad that we had 20 sacks and the Jets had 26 last year. And I'm like, dude,
yeah,
we're dead last year. We were a 13-win team, CG.
yeah. Like the consistency pressure is because when you lost guys like Bosa and quite a few other guys, like you had Mikael Williams was actually good against the run, and that run defense got a lot freaking worse. Like then you saw how the depth piece just started. It just wasn't consistent, man. Like I like Colin Farrell, but Colin Farrell just wasn't your every down player. Like he was good on the rotation. I mean, Sam Okawanu, don't get me wrong, man. I like the kid, but man, he's not a consistent guy. He's a
Yeah,
rotational piece, man.
that
Like,
that kid Samuel, he's good. Don't get me wrong. I love him, but like you said, rotational. Like he
he's
had his
not an
shot
every
to
down
start.
guy. Yeah.
He had his shot to play all four downs. He did. And we're forever grateful for it, but we need that consistent pressure because in this league or in this game, it's a kid's game. You need to make these quarterbacks feel uncomfortable. Once they
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable, they make those mistakes, and
No,
especially like we were letting Matt Stafford dice us up and sit in that pocket forever.
yeah, because we weren't getting enough consistent hits to the quarterbacks, consistent pressure like we were hoping for. But I'm not surprised about Bryce Huff. I think that was just like out of nowhere for some people.
Yeah,
But when you think about it, like in a way, like he wasn't producing after the first few weeks of the season. Then his production just dipped.
really,
Yeah, he
his
just wasn't an
production
every
came
down
with Nick
player.
Bosa.
Yeah,
Yeah, his production came when Nick Bosa was on the other side. Because obviously you saw it then and there. Like people, offensive tackles had to worry about the two, a speed guy and then a guy that's an all pro, a superstar.
yeah.
So it's just like I liked your tweet that I'm gonna mention, the one where you said bringing in his brother would bring in competition. Both those guys would want to make each other better, like that.
Yeah, that's the point of what I was even thinking. Since you already brought it up, man, Joey Bosa is a match made in heaven for Nick Bosa to play his best ball because he's coming off of an injury where he's had 3 torn ACLs throughout his career, right?
Yeah.
So he's coming into the season where if there's some motivation, man, your brother is coming on the same field, man. I know you want to outshine your brother. I know you want to bring the best out of each other, bro, because when you have a sibling on the football field together, bro, it's just a different energy.
No, yeah, most definitely. And I feel like the Niners are low key lagging on it. I mean, I don't know. I hear that it's just the money thing and stuff like that. But also we gotta start figuring out what's gonna happen years prior to this one. We got Trent getting older. He's asking for more money. It's
Yeah,
just like we
he-
gotta draft a replacement already.
he's a money hungry man, dude. I don't blame him, but
Yeah.
at the same time, he's up in age, man. Like, there's another guy who's up in age but still produces, man. He's like the Trent Williams defensive end, bro. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like Cam Jordan, 37 years old, had
Oh
10 and a
yeah.
half sacks. Good
That,
God.
I was thinking if we can land him and Bosa, at least Jordan said he wants money, but I'm saying like if he can come in and just mentor some of these young cats, even the guys that we draft, that'd be perfect.
I
I
think
know.
his yeah, I think his contract won't be that much, bro. I think it might be like an incentive bonus for him. What about Clowney, bro? That guy's all right, but I'm thinking of another guy. This one sounds funny. Calais Campbell, man, this man's 40 years old and he was good for that Cardinals defense. Seriously,
Yo,
like
yeah.
kick the tires, right? Hey, do you want to go all in and get the oldest freaking roster on defense, bro, or anybody on? Like, dude, Like, might as well just sign Cam Jordan and freaking Calais Campbell. Get them old folks out the retirement, man, and kick the can for the road, right? Get Trent. Trent's gonna come out. Trent's gonna sign the contract, bro, because he's gonna want to play for these guys.
No, most definitely. And I feel like that's why they were making these moves because even as a player, Trent was probably like, oh, I don't think this team's going to like compete for a Super Bowl no more. And then John Lynch saw that maybe and he was like, all right, you don't think so? I'm going to make these moves and I'm going to change your mind, you know?
Yeah, I think if they sign Calais Campbell, I think they're serious. But I think he's kind of like taking his time to decide whether he wants to continue one more season or not.
No, yeah, most definitely.
But
What's your take on the whole Jawan Jennings thing? That I know he wanted 20 mil. Obviously, he tested the market. He's not getting every team that he's gone to wants to give him like I think 12 million at most.
I mean, Jawan's market value is just, don't get me wrong, he's good, but who wants to give a guy $20 million for basically being our third or maybe second low end receiver, bro? Like, I get that he's such a fan favorite. You love this guy. He finishes plays through the whistle. He's not the fastest. He's not the flashiest, man, but he can get the job done. But no team is willing to give a man like $20 million just basically what he does.
No, yeah, and what I tell my younger brother at least, I was like, Juwan's good, like you said. He'll get you the first downs when needed, those third downs, whatever. But he doesn't get the separation you need. You know, Ricky's barely getting that through because he's such a great route runner. You know, but it's like if you want somebody who's gonna go be like a jump ball type of dude, you can convert him into that. He's still pretty like decent in age, but I mean, like we just had to switch up the way we were getting our receivers because we had no separation. When guys would run man on us, it was an end game for the Niners offense.
Yeah, absolutely. Who the hell said Jadeveon Clowney? Did we just sign him? Let me check it out. Seems like everybody's bringing up Clowney.
Yeah.
Man, dude, let's see. Maybe we on to something. Nope. He hasn't been signed yet, man. But somebody said it. But hey, what's up, Papa J? Hey, what's up, Mr. Dixon? And what's up, Chardall? And no, bro, this is just a one-on-one show for my boy George, man. I prefer it that way, man. This is not a hangout, man. As much as I love to have a hangout, I got so much toxic. I got so much shit on my mind, bro. Me and George are just gonna put it like it is, man. We're gonna smash them, man. Smash it up. What'd you think of what George Kittle said about Brandon Ayuk, bro? Does it change your opinion of what you think of him now or not?
I mean, because I got my brother being into a Niner fan like 2022. We talk about it a lot. My younger brother, he's about 16. And what I told him was, I mean, Ayuk was a fan favorite, but I don't know how to say his last name. That his receiver coach, the one that played for the Bengals, TJ,
TJ
I believe,
Houshmandzadeh.
yeah, it was Mendota. I believe what he said. I think he was playing the front. He was playing the front on his rookie contract, and then I feel like he was always that way. That I wouldn't say a monster, but that had that behavior. He just got paid and started acting different. Like he got paid. Don't get me wrong. As a Niners fan, he was great. He could have won us. He could have won us that Super Bowl if Brock had like 2 seconds. He got open.
Oh
But
yeah,
it's like we can't do nothing when dude turned into Antonio Brown.
yeah. See, we're not going to deny the talent. What we don't like is the
Was
attitude,
good,
bro.
Papa J.
Yeah, the attitude is what we don't appreciate the most about Ayuk. I mean, you can't deny when Ayuk's in the right mind and healthy, man. He's a good route runner, but I can't really, regardless of what George Kittle said, it doesn't change anything for what I've heard.
No,
Like,
exactly, and it's like if you were always money hungry, like you saw a sense of it. But it's just like we were just so blinded to the fact that like, oh, Ayuk is good, not. maybe he was already acting that way behind closed doors. We just, as fans, we don't know what's going behind those closed doors. You know.
Those closed doors are tricky, but I will say this: Kyle Shanahan, out of the circumstances, had to be the fool, bro. Like, why would you even not see the clear sign that Ayuk? Like, you could tell during that offseason going into that Super Bowl loss, right? Did you see how much he was complaining? Did you see how much of those cryptids? It just seemed a little bit like wasn't worth the headache, man. But they kept it. They kept holding on to that crap, bro. And they could have finished the contract, or they could have at least give the Pittsburgh Steelers the offer and moved on, bro. It could have been, if they would have just moved on and shipped him to Pittsburgh, bro. This would have probably been not a discussion going forward, bro. It would have been business.
We could have been just giving George Pickens that extension because George Pickens was part of that deal.
That's what I've heard too, but I don't know if that was part of the deal. I think Pittsburgh said no. We wanted George Pickens on the deal. We wanted George Pickens in the deal, but I think at the time Pittsburgh said no.
I think the best offer they had given us, but you know the Niners wanted like a second or higher. I think the best offer they gave us was Pickens and the third.
Yeah, it was a third round, and they were going to offer us Calvin Austin, bro. Hell no.
No, yeah.
Dude, that was not convincing. Or maybe the tight end, right? The other tight end, if I'm mistaken.
Fairmouth or Patrick or whatever his name is. Pat Fairmouth.
Yeah, and see, this was kind of a hint. Like, if Brandon Ayuk's lady even put it out there, bro, that could have been the end of the discussion and just say, man, she brought it into herself. The family brought it into the self. And that could have been over with. But, you know how it is on Twitter, man. Like, these Commander fans, what is going on with y'all? Y'all defending a guy that that's not even on your team, and y'all are kind of acting like he's the victim, bro. How are you guys okay with this, man? Like, what happens if he does the same shit? Don't be surprised.
No, yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, that's Adam Peters' issue at that point if he signed them. But yeah, I agree with what the Niners are doing. I know it's a little petty, but you know, we all have a little petty bone in our body.
It's
but
a petty business, bro. Like, if
it's
you
just
do
like,
me wrong, I'm gonna screw you. Play it simple.
yeah,
I'm gonna ruin every bit of your opportunity, man. Like, if you didn't show up and do a job, do you think I'm gonna recommend others to hire you, man, for not doing my job?
nah, heck no.
You damn right I'm gonna make your life a living hell. I'm gonna make sure nobody hires you. Even though that sounds petty, right? Even though that sounds petty, right?
No, exactly. So I think it's kind of the right thing to do, especially how he did the Niners organization. That why would we just release you and have you go to a choice of the team that you want to go to? We all know you want to go play with Jaden Daniels, you know?
Yeah. And what happens if Jaden Daniels doesn't do squat after that, bro? Is he going to throw a fit?
Exactly. And it's just like they're not going to pay you and Daniels. They're going to go with their quarterback.
Yeah. But the problem is, bro, like, how do they handle their players, bro? They don't do so well with their players either. So I was having this little bit of a Twitter exchange with this Commander fan, and he talks about how we treat our players like trash. I'm like, really, bro? You guys are probably the last team to talk about this, because didn't you guys treated Trent Williams like trash? You didn't even try to help him with his cancer issue.
No, yeah, most definitely. And it's just like,
yeah. And didn't your ex-owner was such a woman abuser or such a sex offender, or what is it, like a sexist or some shit?
Something like that. I think he was
something like that, bro. Like, he had to be a human piece of work.
Most definitely.
Yeah. And then I was like putting it into a statement like, bro, from the looks of Jaden Daniels' career, it looks like he's going to be in RG3 territory, man. Way to run him into the ground. And that's when it kind of just got this guy to back off. He didn't even respond. I think he blocked me after I brought up the RG3 shit. I said, man, you keep it up with Jaden, he's going to be run to the ground like RG3.
No, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I agree with that.
Yeah, like, I get that maybe some people understand the situation. Yeah, maybe Ayuk did something wrong, or maybe Kyle just had a little bit of his feelings. I don't know. We don't know what happened.
Yeah, but, a little bit what the comments are saying about the Cabo crew.
Oh my God, the
Uh,
Cabo clique needs to retire. Can Kyle Juszczyk finally retire? We need to go a different tight end set. Can we get rid of some of the guys, man? I get it. You want to be buddies with these guys, man, but don't you guys want to win?
and I think that's what it feels like this season. Like this might be the last hoorah for some of these guys. You know?
I'm hoping for the last. Who's in the Cabo crew? Kyle. Wait, no, I don't think. No, actually, isn't Kyle part of that?
Yeah, Juice is
Kyle's
part
kind
of
of in a
it.
way. Yeah, but
Juice is part of it. Kittle.
Kittle's like the
Uh,
main one.
yeah. I
I
mean,
mean,
Kittle backs it up. You know, it's just like
yeah,
you
he
can't
backs
really
up the
put.
shit.
Yeah, we can't really put it all on him. But yeah, I mean, Trent Taylor was part of the Cabo crew, but he's long gone.
Nah, dude, Trent Taylor is like that one. You know what he reminds me of. Like that one kind of low tier unpopular guy that just in it anyways.
Yeah.
Like that one person that everybody doesn't really care about. He's just like the unpopular group guy goes in there just randomly.
No, yeah, for sure.
Oh,
But I
dude,
feel like, well, with those type of guys, like it's the last hoorah. Like
yeah,
we're gonna go a different route next year. That's what I feel like is gonna happen for sure. But I would love to get. Obviously, Warner's gonna be here for the rest of his career. Hopefully,
yeah. Trey
yeah,
Warner, those rumors were stupid. I don't know who made up these.
yeah.
That Giants, whatever his name is, bro. What are you doing, bro? Are you trying to be like Grant Cohn, make up some clicks too, man? Come on.
No, for
And,
sure. But like George Kittle's 33, so it's like I would love to get him a ring. He could retire in the sunset. Like
yeah,
I'd
he
love to
could.
get this core a ring, and so we can like just move on and stuff. People fell in love with this core, but then we just got to realize like we were deep in the mud with them too. Like in 2017, like we fell in love with some guys too, but we were so quick to move on too. But these guys are like fan favorites, so it's like
But
it would
yeah.
it would be like cherry on top.
It would be cherry on top, but I think this is the final run for this crew because I am expecting a change from this. Like, I don't think it's gonna be as bad as everybody says. I still think this team will be a 11-win team, regardless if they get rid of the rest of the other guys. I think the guys who will stick around is probably Kittle and Warner because they're the heart and soul. I think you're gonna see guys like Lenore stay. You're gonna have like maybe a couple different guys. I think McCaffrey, as much as we love to give the guy the credit, I think he might be in the last couple of seasons, bro. I think this may be a final good year for him.
No, yeah, I mean,
Running backs tend to wear and tear a lot, bro, and he's already gonna be 30. So, how much productive can McCaffrey be?
yeah, and that's why everybody wants to get him a co-mate, which Jordan James is the perfect person for that, or Isaiah Garando or stuff like that. Just let him get carries and stuff. Let him get into it. But like, I feel like just getting them a ring can like really implement them, most of them to like, the Hall of Fame. Make them champions. I mean, as us all fans, like we want to see them win a championship. I think after we see them win a championship, we'll shut the hell up and be able to like let go easier.
Yeah, the problem with this fan is they're not satisfied. I get it, bro. We want to win a Super Bowl, of course.
Yeah.
But man, for how many times do we got to eventually give Trent Williams his contract, bro? I'm at a point where you know what? Trent Williams will go down as one of the greatest Oklahoma Sooners to ever suit on the football field in the NFL by far, bro. I think he's just one of the greatest. But I think his time is gonna run out at some point, bro. Like you can't be keeping this guy forever. It's like
You
great,
got to be
great.
able to move on. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just I will say ageless at his position, top 5 at the position, even at his age. You can't say much about it, bro, because they don't make a lot of him. So you can say what you want. That's going to be hard to replace.
No, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, rebuild the offensive line would be nice. Can we go into the draft and get some offensive line? Can we get some bad boys or some bullies or some douchebags? Somebody that doesn't seem to be likable? I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. That guy from Iowa, he's pretty natural. He's got some natural instinct. I was watching his tape, And I was like, he'd be good. Like, I think if we get a solidified left guard, we'll be all right. Like this year, like if I can get into it, like I think we're gonna be back on top for sure. And
Yeah.
hopefully the playoffs run through Levi Stadium and we can go back to LA and win it this time around. You know, I think Jed York needs to start. I think he finally was. He helped us out. We gave him those seasons like where we chilled out. But this guy's got to realize Howie Roseman, John Schneider, all these guys are opening up their
And
pockets.
Les Snead, yeah. And
Yeah,
the Chiefs GM also, but
yeah,
we still don't like like you got to look at it this way, man. Like Jed York, I just feel like he's just not cut for the ownership, bro. Like this is a cutthroat business. You got to make unpopular decisions, and you have to do whatever it takes to win. If you haven't learned anything from your Uncle Eddie, bro, your Uncle Eddie did whatever it took to win.
dude, he opened up his pockets for those
Even if
teams,
he had to
like
go bankrupt, he would do it.
yeah,
Why not
and
Jed has the
that's
ball?
why he's one of the best. Sanders said it best in the interview that the Niners did not have enough money to offer him, so Eddie came in and help them, like open up those pockets, But shout out Dr. York for giving me this pin, though.
Oh, Dr. York?
Yeah,
Well, you saw him?
yeah. I was at the Week 18 game, and me and my brother were just chilling, watching everybody throw the ball. He comes up to us and was just started giving out pins.
Oh, was it the dad, John York?
Yeah,
Oh, that dude, the doctor guy. Yeah, the doctor guy.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
well, let's see. Are we the only ones that think Pooney can be the future left tackle? I don't know. In college, he was a tackle, but I think he's been natural at guard right now. So I don't think
yeah.
that's
He's got that agility, or that's the word I was looking for. He's got the
yeah.
agility to play left guard. You know.
As Joker has put it as a funny thing, I bet we signed Joey Bosa. We've all pretty much have an idea that it could be Joey Bosa, but what's the holdup, man? Like Joker, seriously, man, what's the holdup? Why so serious? Like, dude, why did Nick Bosa restructure the contract? If that's the case, that's for his brother. Why are we signing Christian Kirk? Why are we signing a punter? What are we doing? I thought we
Well,
wanted to
a
get
punter was
Joey.
needed. A punter was needed to.
No, but we need to get Joey, man. The mom
I think.
posted something. The mother posted it for the second time in a row.
I think it's more of the contract negotiations. It's like how long you're gonna give them, how much money. I think you sign them on a decent 2-year deal.
No, you might want to play on a prove it deal where it's incentive. Like let's say his contract's $8 million, right? It can go up to 12 if he gets this amount of sacks or this amount of performance. It can be like if he wants $10 million, he can get it, but it can be incentive to where it
Yeah,
can go,
performance based.
yeah, and it can go like $2 or $3 million more than what he would have got.
No, yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's just playing the waiting game. Like, come on, guys. Like, it's been a week about it, or like a week or two. We haven't. He's still on the market.
Yeah, it's crazy, but he's right. Jed only cares about making money, and he cares about the stupid soccer team. That's all I can say.
No, yeah. I
Like him,
feel
beside
like
Cam Jordan, he says.
I just feel like Jed needs to stop being so stingy. Like he's always talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna win a championship. Okay, like quit
Let them
being.
cook.
Yeah, it's like quit being as cheap as Mr. Krabs and just open up your pockets. I get it. In 2023, you did, and we were literally a stop away from winning a championship.
Yeah.
But we can't do nothing about that.
We really can't do nothing about it right now because the mistakes. But dude, the problem with this regime is, bro, why do we have to go the cheap part, bro? Why not just keep spending until you actually get somewhere, bro? But this team just last year, I don't know how the hell we were able to maintain this amount of wins when we only just got Luke Farrell into free agency and maybe just picked up a couple of like scrappy backups and all that shit. That's all it was last year. This year we're kind of going on in with a couple of AG players, but still.
No, yeah, and I think the signings that I like would be Greenlaw on that prove it deal and Nate Hobbs. If he moves back and helps the safeties out, I think that's gonna turn out to be like one of the signings.
Ooh, Lombardi chart says blue, meaning we are winning the Super Bowl. I hope so. We don't know. Joey and Nick have been waiting to play together on the same team for a long time. Yes, to this contract, but also to help with the lockdown. I hope it. You know what, man? If we can get Trent Williams' contract taken care of, and we get Joey Bosa, man, you know what? This will go down. It's probably one of the best off seasons we've done in quite a long time. I'll be honest.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
not,
most definitely.
yeah, I think it would top the 2019 or around there.
Yeah, and then if we go out and have like a decent draft, dude, just imagine with the pickups we made now, and then get a couple of plug and play guys in the draft, that'd be perfect.
We'd be cooking right there. Can somebody tell me where Jed has been stingy with his money, bro? He's kind of been telling the team to save money, bro, but he has no problem spending on the soccer team, dude.
Yeah, literally
Like,
like last season or what was it? After the 23 season, so the 2024, seasons, he told John and Kyle to relax. That's why we let go of Debo and everybody, got in the dead cap situation, and now we're opening up. I think opportunities now. He's letting us spend again because
yeah,
we're not so much on the dead money no more.
yeah, yeah, MDs, I get it, man. But sometimes you got to get your youngsters, and I know we want to get the proven players, of course. We just did trade our third round pick for a proven D tackle, so that's a start. I
Most
mean,
definitely.
some of the drafts I'm kind of intrigued by because I want to see what we can. I know if we sign Bosa, I have a gut feeling that it's going to be such a mystery pick that we can choose pretty much any position, bro. That's how
Yeah, the
we're
best
going into free
available.
agency, right? We're going into free agency with so much positions filled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they tend to blow the early picks, no doubt. Like first round picks, bro. Like they just keep like missing so many of those picks, dude. And then you get second round, it's like a miss. Third round, miss. Fourth and fifth round, you might have something there. Sixth and seventh round, you're praying and hoping that we find somebody, bro. But it's not like the fifth round spot is where we hit the most. Like we kind of hit the ballpark and into the all that. But that's just how it goes, bro. Cap space is $42 million, bro. So that's not an issue with Trent, but it's just a matter of when he wants to show up.
I think more so for Trent is not about his cap hit. They said that he just wants more guaranteed money.
Yeah, guaranteed money is something he wants because he's not going to be guaranteed money right now. Because the current contract that he agreed to, he restructured the contract to where it can guarantee for last year, right? Now that last year that he took guarantee, that is no longer guaranteed in this year's contract. So
Yeah.
he's asking for more guarantees. He's taking as much money he can get at his age. Yes.
No, yeah, most definitely. Because you want to be set right when you're done playing the sport, you know?
Yeah. Cap space is gonna go up another $20 million. Yep. And that's the thing. It's increasing over the years. Like the market value for the positions, you're gonna get a lot of these positions of players that you're not really thinking like, oh shit, man, why do they pay this guy this amount of money, bro? It's because they're desperate and they're willing to pay these guys so much money. Like I'm a little guilty of myself, man. I wanted Alec Pierce so bad, man. I didn't care about no damn $30 million, bro. I just wanted a damn receiver who could separate and make some catches, man. But geez.
That, that boy didn't even let nobody. Like a minute into free agency, they announced that thing. I was like, dang, dude.
And I feel bad for him. He doesn't have a quarterback, bro. He's throwing him, dude. Like, who's he gonna catch a pass with? Like, Daniel Jones is barely decent, bro.
No, exactly. But I mean, he said, what he say? Indy's always going to be home. I'm like, okay, bro. I mean,
I mean, the Patriots and the Niners offered him they offered him more money. He didn't want it. Okay. He's a baller, but man, dude, he made a decision that may backfire him now, bro, because he could have had better numbers. I
Yeah.
have seen the rise and fall of the 49ers for the past 48 years, and I am faithful no matter what. This guy has been a faithful since 1978, man. Before
Damn.
he's seen the Jim Plunkett days, man. The Jimmy Plunkett, which I don't know.
Though I mean, hey,
OJ Simpson, man.
this guy's for sure spoiled a little bit. He got to see a bunch of Super Bowl wins.
No TikTok allowed this season in the locker room, man. You know what? We don't got Kendrick Bourne, but you know who we have in the locker room that does TikTok is freaking Ricky Pearsall, man. That's who we got.
And Demarcus Robinson.
Oh, man. Now we're going to have some TikTok brothers, man, because they're
Yeah.
going to tickle.
I feel like having Dre Greenlaw back is gonna be such a big help though. Like a locker room present. And if he could stay healthy, the last season he was healthy before having some nicks was that Super Bowl run in 2023.
Jeez, dude, you're gonna be 50 next year. Damn, I'm not even that old yet. But yeah, Trent Williams, we can't afford to lose him because we don't have a backup plan. We did sign that Patriots offensive lineman, but he hasn't really quite been proven, bro. I think he's only the insurance policy in case we don't get Trent to stay.
Yeah. I mean, these young guys could be great. Who knows? But we wouldn't know till the season, you know. What about
Yeah.
you, CG? Are you planning to go to any games this year?
Not that I know of, man. I don't even know if I'm going to go to the games this year. I got to get some stuff settled, dude. I was kind of looking forward to going to one in Arizona, man, but it might be a complicated situation. I didn't think it was going to be as tough as I thought it was, man. Like, I had to do a couple of my tests, like the guard card tests and all the other stuff, and then the cost of living over there is probably not going to be as easy as I thought. I still got to find a job over there, and that's going to be challenging. So I don't even know if I'll make it this year for the.
Yeah.
Dude, I haven't been able to go to games in quite a minute, man, because of all the cost of living. I'm trying to adjust on living better, man, but it's just
Yeah.
too much.
So you're making the move to Arizona?
Just for the cost of living, but just to adjust and try to live on a different kind of environment. I mean, I've been there like so many times. It's just, I mean, I've been there. It's just the heat,
Yeah.
the dry heat, man. That's everybody.
No, yeah, for sure. That's why I'd be asking myself sometimes. I'm like, I don't know how these players come to Niners or LA. You know, that's nuts. You get taxed like like hell out here, man.
But you've been to those games, so you pretty much know what it's like to go down to those stadiums. So
No, yeah, most definitely. This season, I want to at least try to go to that Niners versus Raider games here at Levi's. I want
dude,
to
I
go
went
to
to the last one.
I want to go to Seattle, and I want to go to Arizona.
Do you think the Niners will beat the Rams in Australia? I mean, it's not impossible. It's possible if we can get pressure on Matthew Stafford, but I think we could. I mean, if some people say, "Oh, we don't stand a chance," well, dude, we're gonna go into the season with a lot of pressure, a lot of stuff to expect. I mean, the Rams, we'll see how they look. I think it's a home game for us for sure. I think the draft will pretty much determine on what we do from here because free agency is all nice. You get a bunch of these guys who can step in and contribute for your football team. But you go into the draft, you want to make sure you get the best available players. You want to make sure that guy is ready to roll when his name is called. You know, you just gotta get that guy.
No, yeah, and I agree. Like you got to have those young guys ready because it's just kind of like finding a replacement at any job. You know, they got to be ready to go to move up in the company or whatever the facility. You know, just being able to be ready when it's their time to be that guy.
Absolutely, man. You know what it could be, man, for going into the draft is something I'm more excited about. Draft season is something I look forward to. But speaking of a draft prospect, who's a guy that you just love, man, that you gotta like say, hey, the Niners need to get this guy. I love this guy's tape.
That D end. What is it from Missouri? From Mizzou?
Oh, you talking about Zion Young?
Not Young. Lawrence, something Lawrence.
Oh, you're talking about the guy from Central Florida, right?
Yeah, I think that's where it is. I think his intangibles have him could be good. Like he can be like
He,
a Brian Burns. Like I feel like he's someone that I feel like the Niners can grab. But if we're talking about somebody like the Niners have no chance to grab, I feel like two of my favorite prospects are Sonny Styles and favorite prospect of all times, like a fever dream. If the Niners were to trade up, I'd be so happy. Is Caleb Downs.
ooh, Caleb Downs is an intriguing one, but as far as like a draft crush, man, you'd be crazy. But yeah, drafting, yep, that will impact down the road. Yeah, but if we're talking about a draft guy that I like so much that I'm pounding the table for, man, it's man, like you were even talking about that Iowa offensive lineman with the molar, right? That dude's
Yeah,
something else. But I gotta throw that out the way. But I'm gonna say the one guy that really kind of stands out to me is man, this guy could be. I would say if you can get him on day 3, he would be nice. Like he can start at guard,
yeah,
but you don't have to. Like you don't have to. If you don't want to get the offensive lineman early, you can get one in the 4th round. I think he might be a nice guy to start right off the bat. But if we're talking like a draft crush that I think in the 1st round, I'm gonna say the one guy that everybody keeps talking about, bro. I don't know what I like. I mean, actually, no. They talk about this other guy from UFC.
yeah,
Wait, what happened, man? Somebody jumped in. You good?
yeah,
Nah, but so there's this one guy from UFC that I like. They talk a lot about Makai Lemon. I know it's not gonna happen. We're gonna have to trade up to get this guy. But I like
yeah.
Makai Lemon. But if we're talking about a realistic pick, bro, Jacoby Lane is just the guy, bro. Jacoby Lane
Jacoby Lane.
he can make some
I
nice
agree.
catches, bro. Blocks like a motherfucker.
He
He'll
can be
score.
literally he can be a Drake London, literally coming from USC, but he
Yeah,
can be a better Drake London.
but he can learn from Mike Evans and pick his game up to the next level.
No,
I mean, he
exactly. Yeah, he's great. Like I would love him too. You know that kid's great. I mean, there's a bunch of good corners, but they're on the smaller end.
but
Like Malik.
Two of the Washington corners are like 6'3" or 6'4".
Yeah, no, but like on the lower end corners, like what's his name? Pods, D'Angelo Pods, and
Oh, he's a small one, but he plays big.
yeah, and then you got Malik Muhammad out of Texas. He's good too. There's a bunch of guys, like that they could be great for teams, but I feel like at first, not evaluating the draft, you thought that there was not much talent, but when you really sit down and evaluate it, there's talent. You just gotta find it.
You just got to find the right fit for them too. So it's like it could be a small school, and you might be surprised how good they can be on that system.
Yeah,
Um, I think there's a lot of top talent guys that nobody's even really paying attention to. But the more I watch their film, I'm like, dude, like there's a guy in day 3 that the Niners should definitely get. If you still want to address the safety position, if you still want to get that safety, man, the guy from Oklahoma, bro, Robert Spears James, bro, he hits. Or VJ Payne's another guy from Kansas State. You can get him and
yeah.
Marquis Siegel together, bro. But man, he hits. He's a hitter.
No, yeah, most definitely, and especially that kid out of what is it, Toledo? I seen his tape. He moves for his size. He moves.
Oh, Emmanuel McNeil
Warren,
Warren or
right?
something. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
he's a
That kid
lengthy.
moves.
He's built like a linebacker too.
Yeah, you can convert him into a little box safety, hybrid safety. I mean, there's a lot of talent. You just gotta look for it. Like R. Mason Taylor's pretty good.
Oh, R. Mason Taylor, bro. I can go on with this guy, bro. That guy can get to the quarterback. He reminds me a little bit of Nick Bonito, bro. You know which player from Oklahoma that could be a good fit for the Niners if they wanted to get this guy?
Ooh,
I forget his name. Fotu. I don't know how you say his name, but it's with an F, but his last name is Owawalo or something. the offensive lineman, but he plays center and guard, bro. He can be freaking damn
I
good.
think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, that kid can move too.
Number 54 from the Sooners, he's good, yeah.
Yeah.
You know who else is good also that nobody's even talking about, bro? I think he can be a guy that you can get in day 3, but he can be a starter, bro. He is nasty. He is feisty. He's a douchebag. He's a freaking guy that you would like on your football team. This Fernando Carmona Jr., bro, from Arkansas. Everybody talks about what a piece of dirty player he is, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
He plays it to the whistle.
Yeah, and then there's a cat from LSU, Harold Perkins Jr. I feel like he'll be a great edge rusher.
Dude, he's fast but undersized. I think he's quite like a linebacker. Like he's quite like listed as a pass rusher, but he's 220. They're kind of thinking he can be like a Mike linebacker or something.
Yeah, most definitely. Like even like William Roberts is saying right here, like you got like Anthony Hill Jr., bro. Like he is a kid who can move. He could move.
Oh, dude, Jacob Rodriguez is one of my favorite linebackers in this draft, dude. Like, dude, this guy makes plays.
No, yeah.
Fights for the ball. You know which linebacker I like also that Pari isn't getting quite talked about right now is Josiah Trotter, bro. That dude is a wrecking dude from Missouri.
Yeah, Jeremiah Trotter's kid, right?
Yeah, Jeremiah Trotter's kid. Yeah, but that dude is another good name out there.
No, yeah, and the thing is, like I was telling you, CG, like you got once you really sit down and analyze this draft, like this draft class could move. Obviously, it was one of the fastest draft classes in the NFL combine history.
No, Chardell, this is the one I'm talking about. This guy, it's spelled differently, but you kind of said it wrong. Hey, we got Tommy, man, Mr. Tooth Fairy, Mr. USC guy, man. Oh man, he's liking those retirement. Oh, Lander Barton from Utah's a solid linebacker. He got the size like his brother, and then they got this guy from Buffalo, Red Murdoch, kind of a thick built linebacker, but I mean, you got different options at other spots.
No, yeah, most definitely. We just gotta see what we do in the draft. I mean, it's coming up quick too. I mean, what in a couple
coming
weeks?
Up quick, man. It is coming up quick, man. I'm about to. I haven't been able to run some interviews lately because it's been pretty quiet with these interviews. I have been trying to reach out for a couple of them, but they just haven't been able to. But I got this one guy coming on the 19th, so I should be able to get him from Central Michigan. Not a big name, but he kind of looks like the Nick Bosa of Central Michigan. So maybe we get something with this guy. I got to give credit to Kenny because he's the one that suggested me to get him. So I was able to reach out to him, and he said he was down for it. So he'll be for the interview after his pro day or a day after his pro day or something.
No, yeah. Like me, I got to talk a little bit to Javon Holland at a little golf tournament I went to right there in Fresno. I got to talk to Javon Holland, Deron Blad, Jake Moody. I got to interview Jake Moody. Yeah, I got to talk to him. And it's funny because he just had re-signed with the Commanders at the time.
Oh, you met with him? What did you say to him?
I wasn't trying to be rude, you know. I was just like, oh, how you liking the? Yeah, I was just telling him how he likes the California weather, why he likes to help out like events like this, and congratulations on the contract and all that. And I got to talk to Adrian Colbert, you know, from my Niner fans back in 2017.
Yeah, he was good for a short minute.
Yeah, I got to talk to a bunch of guys.
Yeah, I've had him on the interview like years ago, but he was a cool dude.
Yeah, for sure. He's a cool cat, loving dude too.
Oh, did you see Camp Scatable over there or no?
Yeah, but he's a little douchebag, bro.
What did he say to you?
Because I try to get him like on a little interview or like a little like quick video, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not doing anything today." And like he looked at me like I was weird or something. And he out of everybody there, he was just trying to stand out, you know, with his big old chains and all that.
Man, so that dude, I've heard a lot of the stuff that he put in social media where he's like saying, "Oh hell no, ain't nobody gonna see this shit. You have to pay for this shit, right?"
Yeah.
That guy sounds
Yeah,
cocky. Man. I can see
no,
why
most
guys would pick
definitely.
him.
I played him in high school. Actually, my senior year, he took my team out of the playoff. Well, his team, he played for Rio Linda from Sacramento, and we lost to them by 2. He was a sophomore at the time,
But he
and
probably
back
doesn't
in.
remember you, huh?
No, he probably doesn't remember me. Hell no.
He just looked at you like, "Hey, man,
He's like, yeah, get out of my face, basically. But I mean, I got to talk to his teammate Javon Holland. I was like, oh, that's love right there.
there's a lot of them that are kind of like that. There's some players like that. I mean, I've heard his attitude was part of a red flag coming out of college, but he has stats similar to Trent. Oh, he's talking about Monroe Freeland from Georgia, the guy that's 6'7", 315, I believe. He's
Uh,
kind of been moving up the draft boards. Like his tape at Georgia is like pretty solid. Like I think the upside is he can be a starter right off the bat, or he can be a guy that can slowly take over Trent Williams. But yeah, I just
what about
moved
that cat
on.
from Clemson that's been getting mocked to us lately? That one of the tackles, I forgot. He's a white boy.
Oh, what happened? Oh wait, what did Joker say? I'll just move on because I'm not the one that argued with somebody. Hey man, all good, bro. I don't even know what happened. Was I arguing with him? I don't think so. Oh, did Papa J got into an argument with you, dude? I don't know. Papa J is such a good debater sometimes. And Papa J and Tommy can be such a debater, bro. They can annoy some people. Like, yeah, dude. But hey, man, we covered pretty much everything. I think we'll figure out something at some point.
For sure. No, yeah.
Yeah, but hey, Papa J is cool, man. Relax, Joker. He's all right, bro. He just likes to debate, bro. Don't take him personally. He's all right. I mean, Tommy can be such a smartass too, but he's a good dude. See, Tommy even says it best that he's old, but he's being a smartass. He's being funny. One thing about Tommy that nobody understands about Tommy is he can joke around and be sarcastic, but at the same time, he doesn't really mean the shit he says, bro. He just says it out of like just to ruffle a little bit. Some people get offended by Tommy's shit a lot of times. They'd be like, "Hey, what the
No,
fuck
yeah.
is this guy saying?" It's his sense of
I
humor.
mean, at this point, after talking to Grant Cole, man, I don't get. I
Well,
don't.
Grant Cohn can be such a clickbaiter. And I get it. He makes his money. He grinds. That's part of what most of these guys do nowadays.
Yeah.
To make money, of course. But at the same time, bro, I don't like you make your money, more power on you, but I don't like the bullshitting shit, bro. I'm just not into that.
Hey, that guy is always negative, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, they need to do this. Oh, they suck and they didn't do that crap. He was like that one guy that cries and complains about shit, bro. Like, goddamn.
exactly.
As much as people don't like David Lombardi's Homer is, bro, at least he finds a reason not to be negative. He
You
tries
know,
to be. He finds the positive out of the negative, bro. That's the fun part.
no, most definitely no. But it was good catching up, CG for sure. We got to get
We'll
on it
figure,
again.
we'll figure it out. Maybe like something like maybe like weeks before the draft or something we could do. Because I'm gonna get things kind of figured out.
No, yeah, for sure. Just my line, man, is always open.
It's always open on the line, man. But you met a couple of people. You met the Yorks, and then there was another pitcher. I don't know which one. You met one of the guys on the other pitcher, right? Who was the one that you met? I forgot. I seen you like posted it like on Facebook a while back.
Bro, I've been meeting a lot of people right now. To be honest
No,
with
no, no,
you,
it was the one guy
yeah.
on the current team. You had him on the pitcher on their current team, but you met him.
Was it Upton Stout?
Was it Upton Stout? I think it might have been him, or it must have been like one of the linebackers.
I think it was Stout because the day before my birthday, we went to training camp and Stout came over and uh gave me a little birthday shout out. Took a picture with me and my boy.
No, but there was another guy also. There was another player that you met that I'm kind of like hasn't scratched my head yet. I'm trying to think which one it was.
Oh well, like player wise, I've met like Fred Warner, George Kittle.
Fred Warner. There you go.
Yeah, I've met.
I think that was the one where Fred Warner, the one where you had Fred Warner in the picture.
Yeah, Fred Warner. I met Nick Bosa, Jair Brown. I met all those cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred
I
Warner.
met some of them.
Fred Warner said he got something special for us.
What do you think about the quarter that we got from Green Bay? He's solid. He can play the nickel spot. He can play different spots of the secondary. Like maybe he just wasn't a fit with the Packers.
No, yeah, he got injured. I mean, he was good with the Raiders, so he's a good nickel guy. Maybe he could play some safety. Who knows? Like we'll have to see. Yeah, Nate Hobbs, Papa.
Yeah, Nate Hobbs. But hey, man, thank you guys for covering, man. Me and my boy George are gonna call it a day, man. I'm gonna go take a quick nap and go do my taxes in a little bit, man. Gotta get the California taxes, man. They're taking my money, bro. I gotta make sure I don't lose my money.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let's roll, man.